They tried to hurt me. Until my alien warrior wife arrived, Marcus Chen had always known that marrying Zara would bring complications. What he hadn't expected was just how quickly those complications would find him in the depths of Kepler station's lower districts. The three Vorthak mercenaries had cornered him in an alley between the recycling plant and the atmospheric processors. Their chitinous exoskeletons gleamed under the flickering neon lights, mandibles clicking with anticipation. The largest one, scarred across his thorax, stepped forward with predatory grace. "Human," the creature hissed through its translator device. "Your mate has dishonored our clan. Blood debt must be paid." Marcus raised his hands, trying to project, calm despite his racing heart. "Look, I don't know what Zara did, but we can talk about this. I'm sure there's been a misunderstanding." The Vorthak's laugh sounded like grinding metal. "No misunderstanding. The Kethalari warrior female humiliated our champion in single combat, made him look weak before the conclave. For this, she must suffer. Starting with you." The other two, mercenaries, spread out, effectively blocking any escape route. Marcus had always prided himself on being a reasonable man, a diplomat, not a fighter. His job as a cultural liaison between species had taught him that most conflicts could be resolved through understanding and patience. But looking at the curved bone blades extending from the Vorthak's forearms, he suspected this wouldn't be one of those times. "She was defending me," Marcus said, backing against the wall. "Your champion was drunk and trying to start a fight. Zara only did what any spouse would do." "Exactly," the scarred Vorthak snarled. "She interfered in male honor combat, broke sacred law. Now you pay the price for your mate's arrogance." They lunged forward as one. Marcus had exactly 3 seconds to wonder if his life insurance policy covered death by alien vendetta when the first attacker simply stopped. The Vorthak hung suspended in midair, his mandibles frozen in a silent scream of rage. A low, harmonic hum filled the alley, a sound Marcus knew better than his own heartbeat. The air itself seemed to thicken and shimmer, and then she was there. Zara stepped out of what appeared to be empty space, her personal cloaking field dissipating like morning mist. 7 feet of lean, predatory grace wrapped in bio-adaptive armor that shifted from urban camouflage to a deep, warning crimson. Her 4 arms moved in perfect coordination, 2 gripping her signature plasma rifles, while the other 2 flexed claws that could cut through reinforced steel. But it was her eyes that made the Vorthak mercenaries freeze. Kethalari eyes glowed when they were truly angry, shifting from their usual amber to a brilliant, terrifying white. Right now, Zara's eyes were like twin stars. "Did they hurt you?" she asked Marcus, her voice carrying that subsonic rumble that made other species teeth ache. "No," he managed, still pressed against the wall. "They were just getting started." The scarred Vorthak found his voice first. "Kethalari, this is not your concern. We have legitimate grievance against your mate. Honor demands—" "Honor?" Zara's head tilted with reptilian precision. "You speak of honor while 3 warriors stalk 1 unarmed civilian? While you threaten my bondmate for crimes he did not commit?" She took a step forward, and Marcus felt the temperature in the alley drop several degrees. "Let me tell you about honor, insect. Honor is facing your enemy openly. Honor is protecting those who cannot protect themselves. Honor is admitting when you are outmatched." The Vorthak on the left tried to flank her. Zara moved like liquid lightning, 1 plasma rifle tracking him while she continued speaking. "And you are very, very outmatched." "We are 3, the scarred leader protested. "You are 1. Zara's laugh was like distant thunder. "I am Zara Thek Velkanos, 3rd caste warrior of the 73rd Stellar Regiment. I have walked on burning worlds and swum through vacuum. I have hunted void spawn in the dark between stars and emerged victorious." I am bound by sacred oath to protect this human, and through him, I am bound to show mercy to lesser beings. She leveled both plasma rifles at the trio. But my mercy has limits. The standoff stretched for heartbeats. Marcus could smell ozone, building in the air as Zara's weapons powered up. The Vorthak mercenaries shifted nervously, their earlier confidence evaporating like steam. Your champion challenged me to honorable combat, Zara continued, her voice dropping to barely above a whisper. He lost. Fairly. Cleanly. The shame is his, not mine. But if you persist in this foolishness, the dishonor will become yours as a... Well, the scarred Vorthak's mandibles clicked rapidly, a sign of extreme agitation. The conclave will hear of this. The clans will not forget. Good, Zara replied. Let them remember that humans are under Kethalari protection. Let them remember that those who threaten my family do so at their own peril. She gestured with one rifle toward the alley's mouth. Leave, now. Before I decide that mercy is a luxury I cannot afford. The three mercenaries backed away slowly, their bone blades retracting. As they reached the alley's entrance, the scarred leader turned back. This is not over, human. Zara's eyes flared brighter. Yes, she said softly. It is. They fled. In the sudden silence, Marcus finally exhaled the breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding. How did you know where to find me? Zara's armor shifted back to neutral gray as she approached him, her weapons powering down. Bio-tracker in your wedding ring. I monitor your vitals constantly when you're in the lower districts. She touched, his face gently with one clawed hand. Your heart rate spiked 3 minutes ago. I was already moving. You were watching me the whole time? I am always watching you, Marcus Chen. Her eyes had returned to their warm amber, but her voice carried absolute conviction. You are mine to protect. Nothing in this galaxy will change that. Marcus pulled her down for a kiss, marveling as always at how someone so terrifying to others could be so tender with him. I love you too, you overprotective alien warrior princess. Warrior queen, she corrected with amusement. I was promoted last month. Even better. He grinned up at her. Come on, your majesty. Let's go home. I'll cook dinner while you file whatever paperwork Kethalari warriors have to fill out after terrorizing Vorthak mercenaries. As they walked out of the alley together, Zara's arm around his shoulders and her other 3 hands casually checking. Weapons and scanners. Marcus reflected that he had indeed known marriage would bring complications. He just hadn't expected them to be quite so exciting. Behind them, hidden sensors recorded everything, and across the station, word began to spread. The human diplomat was off limits. His wife had made that very, very clear. And in the depths of space, on ships and stations throughout the sector, other species began to whisper about the strange bond between humans and their chosen protectors, and to wonder what other surprises this young species might have in store for the galaxy.